true.
Or you could possibly look it up on mortis.com
Nope.
and figure it out.
I tried going there. It gave me viruses.
Can't do that.
I'm sick now.
Where do you think COVID came from?
Mic drop.
Not from Fauci. Why do you think they're trying to pin it on him?
Oh my goodness.
Man.
I
Not to get political.
yeah. What do you think, Andrew?
That's how they get you. First, it's a card game. Then it's a flock camera. Then it's a garbage truck scanning your windows. And next thing you know, you're in jail for not having a permit on your bird feeder.
This is true.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty serious.
Did you guys see The Mask? That
The movie? No,
no.
it was all right.
No, not that. I've never seen it. Thank God.
It's all right.
Some artist and digital designer came up with a mask that he wants to sell the 3D files to for everybody to get, and it literally
It's a clear mask, but it distorts your face for AI.
I think because he wants to sell it for like $1. You think you get 1 million people to
Nice.
buy $1? Like you're a millionaire.
Heck yeah. Until
I'm gonna buy it.
until the US outlaws it.
Yeah,
The Mask?
Yeah.
3D printers are gonna be.
You think they'll outlaw the
problem.
mask before they outlaw the flock cameras?
Yeah.
Me
yeah.
too. That's the sad reality. Me too.
I know.
Well,
There's-
3D printers are going to be like having a gun
Yeah.
because you can literally print a lower to a gun.
Yeah, I know. That was a whole ghost gun thing in court systems.
I'm
all
not
that.
saying I have files, but I'm saying somebody near me does.
Wink, wink.
Mm,
Just kidding. I
close
$1
in
million
relation or proximity?
For $1 million and a sponsorship on this podcast, I will tell you.
bet. So, mortis.com.
So speaking of Mortis.com,
Let's speak of it.
Mortis.com.
Mortis.com.
Hey, I'm going to grab another little pinch of that cookie.
Don't worry, we've got you here.
And that means it's been in my house. And I'm not living like that. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I want that.
You do want it, Andrew.
Just take some. Just grab.
Just grab it.
We're all men
Yeah.
here.
Why are you laughing while you're doing this? Whatever you say. Wow, that was loud.
Mortis.com.
Morticia.
Let me
Dot
open up.
com?
Let me open up my. Let me open up my notes.
I didn't even mean to click that one. Now I gotta make that a thing on here. Let me get out of this stupid website.
I thought you did it on purpose. I was like, okay.
I didn't realize the whole webpage was like each sound effects. You gotta keep that in.
So, either of you know Mortis.com?
Yes, you sent it to me.
No.
I tried to go there. I got viruses. Now I'm sick. Your fault.
The internet.
Yes, blame the internet.
Imagine the internet as it was in 1997.
I think I can get that for you.
No social media.
It probably sounded like this.
That's the sound you heard every time you wanted to do anything.
Literally, get off of the phone so I can get on the internet.
No algorithms.
Your feed was really just a
No.
feed.
No groups getting together trying to solve stuff.
Was this back with Yahoo Messenger?
Before that.
Ooh.
That's the time period this starts. November 14th, 1997. I almost burped and I go, it's awful. It's awful.
A burp snart.
November 14th, 1997. Somebody registered Mortis.com through a company called Pear Networks. Pear like P-A-I-R, not pear like the fruit.
Okay.
Server was in Philadelphia. Registration on name on record was one Thomas Ling.
I knew it.
So mystery solved.
We found him, fellas.
And
know who
he made the website. He liked it.
Wait, they had likes back then?
And that's it. That's the end of the story, yes.
Nice.
No. So
You can't take my joke.
I can do what I want. This is my podcast. Ooh. I can remove your joke so it looks like I'm original,
Boom
Hello,
roasted.
my
like
name
I
is
do with
Sarah.
all my other jokes.
That would be diabolical. Just go through. Oh,
Jokes on you. I don't pay $1,000.
He had,
Andrew
he
does.
had a good point right there. Let me take him out. Insert mine.
Everything Andrew says, I cut out and say it myself. And
I quit.
anyway, nothing seems special about it, especially at that time. Nobody even really knew it existed. The site wasn't even indexed properly. Nobody wrote about it on forums. It remained what it was for roughly 14 years.
14 years.
Then
That's
in-
a haul.
Then in 2011, a user on 4chan's technology board posted that they had found this website. Going to mortis.com got you a black page with the white box asking for a username, and some accounts said it also had the word Mortis at the bottom. That was it. That was the website. Just a black screen with a white box asking for a username and password.
What a great name.
There was no page information. There was no contact. There was no company name or logos to click on. Nothing about it screamed anything interesting. Just to log in. So they discovered pretty quickly that the site was sitting on a large amount of data. Individual files as large as 39 gigs, which from
Back then,
1997
yeah, that's terabytes now.
estimates of the total that the site had was in the terabytes.
See, I know my computers.
For reference, 1998, so the year after this website
Yeah.
went up, Walmart made industry news for upgrading to a processing system from 7.5 terabytes to 24. And this website had probably that much. Some people said it was in the hundreds. I don't know. That's probably an exaggeration.
So,
But even if it's like 10 or 15, it has as much data as like what Walmart just the next year updated itself to be able to handle.
so this is a government black book project. That's what this is.
Ask Mr. whatever his name was.
And the only way to get to it is you have to know the secretary's password and username.
So people started trying to get in. They made tools to brute force it, bots cycling through millions of accounts, stuff that again this website was made in 1997 and it wasn't like regularly updated. So more or less it was as if it's still a site made in 1997. So it shouldn't
Oh,
have.
I mean, the front end probably not, but the back end, I would assume.
Well, it seems it's from what people could tell from what they dug into, it wasn't really being managed.
Either this guy was really smart or
But nothing that they had in 2011 could break in. So they even started the thread spread to other threads on 4chan and eventually through Reddit and then amateur hacking forums. And there were people working by themselves and with each other in the forums for like several weeks, and nobody made any real amount of progress.
what were they just trying to do? Just get to the back end?
just to log in?
Oh. So they were basically trying to
They got
brute force the database behind that.
Yep. So while they were doing that, not making any progress, other groups started doing some digging in other ways. So one thing they did was that they did a reverse domain search on Thomas Ling, who created it,
Yeah.
and it returned
What about a domain expansion?
that didn't exist yet.
I
Can't
was
expand
hoping
your domain.
I was hoping you were going to catch up on my what I was putting down.
Oh,
there.
I am. And it didn't exist yet. JJK wasn't written.
Okay.
That's why I said that didn't exist yet. I understood.
Okay.
You didn't understand that I understood.
Spider-Man meme.
Yes. So they did a reverse
soon.
domain search, and they got about 25 different hits, with mortis.com as the oldest, but they kind of were like, Thomas Ling isn't the most uncommon name in the world. This pulls in anybody with that name, so they were able to narrow it down through domains registered through Pair Networks, since that's what Mortis was registered through, and around the same time period. And that produced a tight little group of the following websites: mortis.com, dentalfillins.com, eternalnight with a K.com, exercio.com, jeffreyling.org, joshualing.org, karenling.org, lingsboro.com, thomaslingdds.com, and of course everyone's favorite Cthulhu.net.
Nice.
Cthulhu. Cthulhu. Well, I think Thomas possibly made these websites.
So everyone's favorite to go into was Cthulhu.net, of course.
Yeah, I mean, mythology and all that. And H.P. Lovecraft was big.
The earliest records of people looking into it stated that the site, it was just a screen that said the site would awaken soon, and asked visitors to submit their email address with the contact form on it. At some point, people started changing the story and saying that it showed a white chess piece on a black background and the phrase "dead but dreaming." But that's just people mixing stories up, because the chess piece was real, but it wasn't on that website. It was on the other websites. It was on joshualing.org. Lingsboro.com had it.
Kind of an interesting message to leave. Too.
KarenLing.com started as a future home of KarenLing.com with the placeholder, and then became the same chess piece.
So you make a website to say that this will be your website
Yes.
in the future.
EternalNight.com supposedly was the same, but the chess piece was a night piece that opened a login prompt when you clicked on it. So
Did they all try to brute force these two?
some of them they did. While that was going on, other groups of people found email accounts tied to the server. Blair, Igor, Mortis, and Child of Chaos.
Uh-oh.
These are all the email addresses that the server is from my understanding, it's not really clear what they mean here, but my understanding is like the one that's like, hey, send us your email. It would obviously send this information to them that they got it. And like, these are the email addresses that were being sent out to, but the emails never wrote back themselves from any record. So at one point they started looking for Thomas Ling himself, but that was stupid in my opinion, because there's multiple Thomas Lings. So one lead pointed to a Thomas Ling in Sydney, Australia. Somebody found an address, checked it, and found an empty plot of land nobody owned. Other trails led to vacant warehouses. Phone numbers turned up and nobody ever answered. Some of the names that came back in searches belonged to people who'd been dead for years before the website was even registered. Other threats connected to a dentist and to an attorney and to a security expert working
Name Thomas Ling?
at a higher end firm. Yes. So we have a locked server holding an impossibly large amount of data, people who are dead, empty properties, unknown phones, a dentist, a lawyer, and a security company.
China.
Then people started claiming they'd gotten in. But pretty much all of them were confirmed that these people were just making it up. Didn't actually get in. So no one really, as far as we know, did. But they said, oh, we got in, and that Mortis.com just holds a bunch of music and movie collections or oh, it's classified government documents, or it's disturbing videos, or it's adult films and encrypted files.
Huh.
But again, there's no real proof any of these people ever got in,
Yeah.
and some of them were verified. Like, nope, I just made that up. The most elaborate version describes a completely different website. That version says the homepage was black with the word Mortis in red at the center, surrounded by jagged symbols that looked like occult runes and ritual diagrams with hidden links buried in the page. Those layers supposedly held distorted audio, grainy, black and white photographs, Latin phrases, coded messages, and strings of numbers that some readers took for GPS coordinates pointing at graveyards and some of these abandoned buildings. One page was said to be nothing but whispering. But
Nothing but whispering.
yeah, like it was just black and you just hear whispering.
Is it all in lowercase? Get it?
No, because it's sound. Yeah, it's that.
Whatever.
I know where you're going with it.
Obviously, this was completely made up fabrication. None of that was real. It's just, we know that it was just a black screen with a login. But that's what people were starting to spread. Meanwhile, the focus starts being brought onto the more boring websites. Exercio.com was registered in 1998. It is still reachable directly. Most of these websites, you can't, like Mortis.com,
Yeah.
it doesn't exist anymore.
Died out a long time ago.
We'll go into that a little more later, but most of the websites you can't go to anymore. But Exercio.com is one of the ones that's still reachable. And it contains a plain directory listing with a handful of files in it, one of which is quilts.html. Clicking that gets you an art portfolio for a woman who made quilts and wanted somewhere to show them off, which is kind of not like I remember, I don't know if you guys do, like in the 2000s, that was common. My uncle made a website. He's an artist, and he posted stuff me and my sister made, and he posted stuff he made, and then he had friends who did stuff.
Oh,
so
that's kind of cool.
it kind of reminds me of that. It's just like a website just to say, look at the stuff that, So showing off her quilts. One of the quilts had been made for the two children on their first birthday, Joshua and Jeffrey. Those names should sound familiar because they're websites too. On the list of pair network domains sat joshualing and jeffreyling.org. So,
Oh no!
quilts for those two. One more thing about the quilts: a logo in the corner there was a logo in the corner reading DFI. That same logo appears on dentalfillins.com. Dental Fill-ins Incorporated was a real company. It was dental offices in California. Corporate filings have Thomas Ling's name on them. It was founded in 1998, 1 year after Mortis.com. And the state franchise tax board suspended the entity in 2012.
Huh.
Strangely enough, the company website claimed the business was founded in 1968, but the filings were in 1998. So there's like this website with quilts with the logo to a no longer existing dental.
Yeah.
It's
It's
weird.
kind of weird.
Then there's thomaslingdds.com, which is still up and belongs to a dentist in San Francisco.
Named Thomas Ling.
The domain was registered around the same period Dental Fill-ins was going down. So also kind of weird. Cthulhu.net ended up being domain flipped in January 2004. So there's that too. Domain flipping is, I don't think it happens now these days, but domain flipping is basically like house flipping.
Yeah.
You buy a domain when it's cheap, and then suddenly it's like, oh, I want to use it, and then you sell it for way more than you
People
bought it
do
for.
that with like Twitter handles and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
So, 2 first-hand accounts surfaced from people who said that they'd been there from when they originally started trying to brute force it. They were part of the group of people trying to break in. The first comes from a user describing the effort as it happened. People learned that there were terabytes of information behind the login, and theories were that most of it was ugly stuff that people were like, oh, I want to know what this is. Like dirt on people. A number of people argued that everyone should stop on the grounds that the contents, if the contents were what they thought it'd be, learning it might be dangerous.
Yeah.
They learned more and more about Ling and never got past the login. And the person eventually quit and came back later, a couple months, and heard the FBI stepped in and contacted some people in there that were trying to crack in and said, you have to stop. The second came from a Reddit user, and they said that they had been in channels while it was happening elsewhere in a relay chat, and that Thomas Ling himself entered the chat and said it was just a site hosting family photos for weddings. And people were like, that's not true. And they said, yes, it is. And they said, prove it. And so he edited the website temporarily to say a message to prove it was him, and then changed it back.
Okay. So he's good.
And
so
said,
far.
there's nothing to see here. It's just wedding photos. And then they said, show us some of the wedding pictures then. Show us some of the files. And the person just disappeared and didn't respond anymore.
I mean, you can't just give out photos of people.
Sure you can.
I mean, you can, but what they're paying for is to not have you give them out and give them to them.
Shortly after this, Mortis.com went offline permanently, along with several of the other websites, including Cthulhu.net.
Boo.
One person said the FBI got involved, contacted people, like I said, trying to break in. But it doesn't really stop there, because after it was taken down, a request was submitted to have Mortis.com removed from the Wayback Machine as well.
Really?
So you can't find it anywhere. Same for Cthulhu.net.
I don't like that. I feel like I don't
They
know.
also requested that any information about it be removed other places. So it's stuff from wikis have been removed and other information's been purged, and now it's very hard to... Images were taken down. It's very hard to find anything about it other than people talking about that the threads happened. But like the actual real stuff that people were, at least at one point, able to come through is completely gone.
It's the government. They're taking all your data and storing it on Mortis.com.
Do I believe it? No.
Okay.
That's my final answer.
Someone said that they got a hold of the data that was there, and it was just gibberish file names that are files that were gibberish names, 25 gigs each, and that they're 3D Blu-ray rips, which makes no sense. That it's Nicolas Cage movies. And Mortis.com was scheduled to expire in 2020, but before it did, it was re-registered under the same name.
Huh.
Don't know if it was the same person, but it was re-registered to last until 2025. And that's it. Don't really know what it was.
That's it.
Do you guys have any theories? I always have some theories in here.
It could be
That's the government, man.
it could be a quick place for spies to go to and dump their information or get information from other spies around the world, since it's got terabytes of data on there. Like U.S. government spies, they go to Mortis.com. You need You need a username, password to get into it.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Some people think it really was just a piracy operation.
Maybe.
Could
Back in the
be.
day, you used to be able to walk around the city and buy pirated videos of movies in
Yeah.
theaters where people would hold a camera and you'd see people getting up and down.
Yep, I had one of those.
You had the camera?
No, I had a video filmed like that. I've told
Oh.
y'all before. My grandmother bought it.
Oh, blame her.
She bought it. She was at a work trip in Boston, and Toy Story 2 just came out in theaters, and she saw it on
Wow.
VHS and didn't realize until she's like, I bought it for you guys for Christmas because I knew you wanted to see it. She had no idea.
That's funny.
Oh, take us back to LimeWire.
Another theory, and the one that's mostly pushed, is that it literally was nothing, and that people who think that the big files are suspicious or stupid because the idea is just because it had huge files doesn't mean they were put in 1997. It could have been uploaded over a long period of
Yeah.
time.
I mean, I
then
kind
it
of
was
understand
nothing.
that, but at the same time, I'm like,
Another theory is that it's a front for something like government shady back deal stuff. Another theory is that it was an early version of something like Cicada 3301. And that's why no one actually, like, people did figure it out, but then they weren't talking about it because they were trying to,
Yeah. Figure it all out. Quietly.
But I mean, there's no way to really know. But it is interesting. To me, the most suspicious thing is, well, the two most suspicious things was like the addresses that lead to nothing,
yeah.
and the fact that it's like they didn't just delete it. They're like, and you have to get rid of it off of everywhere. You have to scrub as much as you can off the internet of it. It's like, why would you need to do that if you're just?
Yeah.
It's really suspicious.
Because it's a website that spies go to get all their information. You thought that they used government databases. You're wrong.
No.
It's actually the website that they were planning to use for flock cameras to store it all, but now they had to change plans.
What better way than to hide it in plain sight? There's
That's
billions of websites.
You want to hide a camera? Put it in a pigeon. That's why birds aren't real.